Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of StarRupture. Let's find out how the factory is doing. We know we only have one recipe to unlock. We need 200 quantum tranquilizers to unlock all the constructorizer recipes. So let's go and have a look to see how they're doing after yesterday's run around. We left those prioritised down the entire chain. No, back. Back. Come on. And we're looking good. Not quite full. But we were getting there. This is going to be interesting. Because we don't know how big a constructorizer V2 is. But we're going to find out in a minute. Insert. Oh god almighty, I bet I've got to run up the other end. Oh, V2 task completed. Where was it? Selenium. No! Okay. Gotta run down the end. Get out of here. How do we get out? Escape. Down there. Lag! I can predict the lag as you go past this area. That's insane. Alright, there's a bit more there, but hey ho. But not as bad as there or as consistent. Okay. We need 60 ignitium. We have enough. Oh, not there. We have enough. Insert. Research. New building constructorizer V2. Let's go and find out what this looks like. Now, I have no doubt this is going to cause some problems. These are our constructorizers. Let's go up there, I suppose. And then let's place a V2 and see what we get. It's not that bad. Okay. It's the same length. I can cope with that. Oh, hang on, is it? No, it's longer. Of course it's longer. God damn it. Okay. Right, so immediately got an issue. Because it's bigger. Let's get rid of that there. And then stick it down here and see how much bigger than that it is. Alright, it's one square bigger. I think this would probably be the road to put it in. And the point... Ooh, we get an issue here. Let's have a look at the recipes that we can put in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here's the problem. Condenser, laser emitter, scanner, superconductor. I think 3 of these are from assembler, and 2 of them are from compounder. So we've got somewhat of an issue with space. But we'll work around it. We'll work around it. It's as simple as that. We'll work around it. Condenser. Let's go and have a look at condenser. 5 items for condenser. We get 2 every 10 seconds. But it requires these materials. Oh, no. What have I done there? There. That was supposed to be an F12, but I think it was an F11. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that didn't really work, did it? Oh no! There we go. So it'd be interesting to compare that to what the current recipe is. So, resonator pump, nanofiber, reinforced housing and basic fuel. I have a distinct impression that it is going to be a lot harsher than the original. But it probably has a much higher throughput. So what was that? That was condenser. There's condenser. Jesus. Alright, so 1 resonator. It requires a completely different item. No, it requires 1 resonator, 1 pump. That requires 3. It requires... Oh, right. It only requires 2 nanofiber, whereas this requires 8. It requires reinforced housing and 1 reinforced housing and 3 basic fuel. Let's flip this. It's probably the best idea. There we go. Right screen, there we go. Yeah. Can't really see that, can you? Yes, resonator's still the same. Fewer pumps, fewer nanofiber, which we boosted the production of, but it now requires reinforced housing and basic fuel. So, I think what we need to do is to look in here and to see if there's anything that's actually struggling, and if there is, then that is the item to switch over to constructorizer V2. Now we do know, what is this? This produces 2 every 10 seconds, and this is producing 1 every 15. So it's
dehydrated.
1 every 5 seconds. Dehydrated. It's 3 times as fast.
Tasty.
3 times as fast. Okay, right. So what's one of the next ones? God damn it. Let's go back up there and have a look, won't I? Look, if we had electromagnets or tanks, we'd be definitely interested in that. Or this, the onboard electronics. These were struggling for reinforced housings. Anyway, let's put this back to medium now. Let the other stuff catch up. Oh, what's happening here? Are you on low? Go on medium. Your medium. That's a throwback to when this was the end of the line. This was pseudo rubber insulator. Interesting that we suddenly used all those. But the root of this is the reinforced housings. Right, so this is the items, one of the items. Superconductor. So superconductors are struggling because of the electromagnets, which are over here. And they're struggling because of electromagnetic coils, right? Let's go and have a look at our... I'm going to have to run across terrain. Let me get some construction up here. So superconductors, my god. Alright, they only require one. Alright, heat shields. I'm not sure at this I'm not sure at this level it matters. It genuinely doesn't. It's like whatever you choose here is going to be slow. Because something is not good, right? So heat shield's not good. But we do know if we manage to transfer over to these that this will be a better process. Okay, let's keep that in mind. We've got to get 5 of them in. So I'm thinking we get 5 of them in. And then work it from there. That's 4. We've got an overheat problem, definitely. How do we tell that? Yeah. Don't know how to deal with this. That is actually the easiest answer. Right in the limit of my drone there. I'm stuck. We'll make that good in a minute. What's that? I think that's an autosave. Oh, I moved the game over to SSD today as well. But I don't envisage it's going to make much difference. That's really the problem there. I'm thinking about this, about whether or not... Yeah, we can't. About whether or not we could actually get a spanned... I don't know. That's within. So is that. It works. I mean, it's not good. It's not good, but it does work. We're going to have to rationalise this and figure it out, right? But I'm thinking for now this would just work. don't like that. I don't like any of this, actually, to be honest. But it might just help us get over the line, and that is what I'm thinking about right now. Yeah, that is definitely what I'm thinking about.
Rupture activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place.
I mean, they could end up being a separate factory, right? But you want to scale up the back end, not the front end. And it's going to be hard enough to supply one machine, let alone 5. But what we could do, we could throw them back into the mega press line. But we know that backtracking is a problem, right? Backtracking is an issue. But I'm willing to entertain that. Let's have a stretch break and contemplate our ideas. Back in a bit. Incoming.
Rupture's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
We'll wait for that to catch up. I've had an idea. That core there is upgraded to level 5. It has a lot of cooling. Therefore, we could move some of these machines down that end and start to utilize this space in the first quadrant, right? Now, the problem with that is I really didn't want to overwrite the water, but we can work our way back. We are going to have some back channeling for materials. But I think on the whole, that really isn't going to be a problem because we'll be coming back up this channel and then we're going to go left. So I think we're going to be okay. That's my thinking.
Planetary temperature within acceptable parameters.
So we don't have to concern ourselves with this 7 wide or still red hot. With the 7 wide or whatever, we can just put these behind. We've got space here. I mean, look, we need this line, right? So we need this cooling line, but we don't if we go back into this area, right? See, look, look, look. We've got space. We just need to move some of these. We need to reposition them. And then we can use this space for the constructionizer V2s. That's a plan. And we know we have some empty space. We know that we've got some pumps that aren't used. Those are now full. They're now full. Those aren't, because they're not getting enough of the onboard instruments. But others are, right? So we don't necessarily need 2 lots of pumps. We can start to rationalise some of this. How big are these? I mean, they're bloody huge. Right, so we can't really put them in there. But we can either put them in here or put them in here. And I think that is going to be the play. We're going to put them there. We can get 5 of them there easy, and we're still not encroaching on that. And even if we delete these, they're not affected. We want the outputs. We want the constructorizer. Need to do something here. But we're completely in a different cooling band, right? Right. Constructorizer V2. Why is that good and that not? We'll rationalise this so it works. Stable there. Okay, so we've got a height issue. I think it's the point. If we go down, we're okay. Yeah, but if we go up, we're not. So we can fix that with what we know. We can fix that via this. In fact, can we? Is the point, because I think it's wider than that. But we'll see. Shan't be deleting that. Get out of the hole. I think that's fundamentally the issue. There's no support there then. Let's have a look. Building is not stable. Okay. So how are we going to do this? Do that. So we're going to create an edge support for it. The thing I've got here is that it might not be. We can only go to there. This I think we need to go. And I think what we probably need to do is okay. It's this and a similar thing, right? Okay. And the point is, what we're doing here is we're creating a spannable platform, right? So, why did that do that? Dogs. Please. Alright, okay, look, this is one of the issues, right? Sometimes it doesn't place it where you think it does, and then you can't target this thing. I can see it, but I can't target it, and that is now permanent. And that's really bad, because I can't clip it either. But I can span it. Right. Let's try this. And what we could do, just occurred to me, is we could skip one, and then... Nah, we won't. We'll work with it. No, that's not it. Constructorizer V2. That should be stable. And I don't know. There she is. It spans. Actually, I was out by one. So we can move over. We can move over. Ah, it's in the wrong place. Auto save. But wasn't bad. It was near. Hang on, we built that there so we could overwrite it. That is weird. We couldn't overwrite it there. Telling me that's not stable. Right. That was the whole point.
The Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
Alright, you got some issues on stability, guys. It bloody is. So I've built it, but appreciated that this may not be. So maybe I think that is off as well. No, we're good. That should be stable, surely. No. Well, I think you got some work to do. To be honest, because that should be fine. That is fine. I don't want to go there. I genuinely don't want to go there. Let me put that there for the minute. This isn't right either. I mean, this is bollocks, right? This should just place a foundation. Well, you're not expecting anybody to get to this point. That doesn't look like it's marrying up properly. It does there. There it does. Okay, that might actually fix it. If I can get it placed. I don't know. That works. Okay. That works. How many recipes were there? So we can add these into the first zone area, and we don't have an issue with cooling. I'm not happy about this being... Oh no, this is 2. This is... Oh no, yeah. Oh, this is 2. This is fine. We can take these out. We can work out the... differences there. Work with it. It's a bit odd. But with a bit of finagling we can get there. And there are not enough resources I can cope with, right? We don't have to interfere with any of these lines. We don't have to interfere with any of the cooling. And we can close this up cleanly. You come with me. We get 5, but they're in the original footprint. Yeah. They centre the 6 wide. Very annoyed about that. We'll see if we can move this over. Don't think there's any good solution to this. They're 7 wide. We do want to move them back. They're 7 wide. We can put them on a 3. Oh wow, that took out the pillars. That took out the pillars. I think they're slightly bugged. Didn't we get that to sit? That's really interesting. It took out the pillars underneath it. Did. Well, that is very interesting because that actually killed the pillar that I couldn't delete. I think we go there. And then I think we align this. I need to get out of there. Might as well be in it. That's interesting. Why is that down? Is it because it needs the supports at the back? Yeah, I think it is. It's weird it won't do that. We might try and get one middle. Well, I can work with it, it's fine. They're clearly a bit iffy, right? Well, that one, look, even embedded a rock. If we need to, if we can go up. Yeah, I've got some issues there to do with their footprint. Hmm. Okay. So I'm certain about that, but if we can get up. I would like it to sit up. Went there. What's going on there? Really don't want to, does it? Right, you got a stability issue with the Constructor V2. And the question in my mind is, did you test it? If we go down here where it's flatter, it is... I was going to say it's not such an issue, but I think it is. I mean, there's a staircase there, right? And you could argue that if you're coming back, you don't need to be on a slope, but clearly it has an issue with resting on slopes. What's that? And autosave. So clearly there's an issue with building it on a slope. Doesn't like it. And I'm in the way now. But as soon as we go down here more into the plateau, we're fine. There is a very strong case for putting that on the more on the level. But if we do that, it works. Yeah. I'm inclined to go with that, to be honest. It'll do for now. Right. Condenser. On injector. Laser emitter. Scanner. Superconductor. We don't need the fifth. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we work with that. We know that these will work on a boundary. Probably that. Oh no, probably we need to go up a bit more. And actually found that level. And actually found that level. I mean, this is essentially one way you want to find flat space, to be honest, because of this nonsense. It's like, you can see that this is designed to work with the terrain, fine, but make it work with the terrain. Like the stability issue there with that is not good. You want to place it? Let me place it. Okay, I think that's okay. I would like to raise these up. Ah. Maybe that's the answer. Quite a steep output. But it'll work. That's actually on a level. First time. Don't know. A little corner piece there, don't they? But the piece is quite basic. That'll do.
Dehydrated.
The key point is to get them running. Right? Condenser, I'm thinking, you know, we just take the items out of the existing. So I switch off condenser. In fact, almost you can start deleting, right? I think deletion's actually quite a good idea because it enables you to see where the spaces are. So condenser. Gone. And then we can fill in this space. That's got nothing. That's because of substance. Substance is probably deficient due to something else. No, it's just production. So we need to get, oh here's a point, we need to get some back channels in, and this is on a 7, right? So we can come in with a 2. Not that. Just a cross on here. This be interesting. Lagging a bit on joining up the network, isn't it? Right, well, we need to create a roundabout. Right, let's turn this off and then put our materials in. And then change this at the front end. Come on. Didn't you? I'd like to align this if I can. don't want a 3. Certainly want to throttle this. I mean, it's not going to go run at full rate anyway, right? But we can now put these in. Then select that. And we can put these in. And then we can switch it on. Then see what happens. I think there are 2 items here which are in short supply, so we'll see. And check the fuel. It's here. Basic fuel. So why aren't you requesting? You're not requesting because you don't need to produce any. No, it should be requesting. It doesn't have any in the machine. Reinforced housing, basic fuel. This should be requesting basic fuel. I know why. Now basic fuel come winging its way. There we go. Reinforced housings on a mega press. I think that's an auto save. Where are we? Reinforced housings on a mega press, which is a row forward. Are in short supply due to titanium housings. Oh, hang on. That's something we were messing with. Dope. That there, I moved it, didn't I? I clearly didn't connect it on the back end. Right, that's gonna get drubbed now. I don't think it's anything using calcium blocks. In here, we can get rid of those. Right, so the whole reason for our deficit on titanium or reinforced housing was that. so this will all kick into touch now. Jesus, that's a monster. Right, okay. Fine, yes. You're going to fill up, but it's not going to do anything, right? Because it's got no demand on it. But now we need to fill these in. Maybe the answer is that we put some stairs in. Right, what's our next recipe? Constructorizer V2 ion injector. So let's go and find the ion injector. Looks like, to be honest. So we're not having a lag spike here. Ah, is that it? Ion injector. That is a compounder. Turn off the compounder. So what we do.
Let's see.
Take all that lot. Go over the leg boundary. Here. Okay. Okay. Okay, geothite lattice. Ooh. Right, so goethite lattice and plastic we're going to need now. Two things. Ah. That. Okay, we are, once we connect this up, we're going to get goethite lattice come down here. We'll suddenly see goethite lattice charging down here. It is. But our network is... I'm going to speak too early, aren't I? But our network is coping. None of these items are in demand at the moment, so we're shifting them out of constructionizers, but actually we don't genuinely have an issue. Here we go. We got some crisscross. I wonder, can you We'll have to set one of these up. I was going to say, can you use the roundabout with a 3-way split, 5-way split, and then have a rail go in each direction? It still only creates it creates a bottleneck still. It's about these cross junctions. Do you know? I think even with the problems on blocking, I think this is still the most efficient presently in the game. Right. Next. Laser emitter. Now I know that's an assembler recipe. We can go and delete the ion blah. And I think we should. We need to understand where our gaps are. Yeah, I think we need to understand where our gaps are. Because then we can start to think about consolidation around additional machines, and ultimately, right? Let's be realistic. All of these will have their own production line. That's really it. Do you think that's the end of update 1? No, it's not. Right, laser emitter. Right, why are these so shit? They're shit because I don't get enough of these reinforced housings. Right, this is laser emitter. So we can turn that off, take these.
Gotcha.
We can free up 2 of those straight away, you see. What's the leg boundary? Ah. And then our 3rd machine. So this requires epoxy. And so why are we going up? We don't want to be going up. We want to stay down. We're trying to go right now. We do want to stay down. Remain as flat as possible. Wrong one. Well, still, eh. Down. So we might rationalise these. I mean, these are going to move, right? So might end up coming down. That's less severe. Right, laser emitter. 400 of those in, and then that. No, not you. Better.
I'm detecting increased
Oh,
Raptura
wave.
activity. Prepare for a wave.
Alright, well, let's see if we can get some rails in first. It's a good building. Should we want to bring this down? Oh no, we can turn it on. If I can get the rail to connect. Come on. Alright, I can't. Aha! I saw it then. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go, in your face. Right, I shall go and head to safety. That is going to trigger some things. Here they come. Oh, that's quite a way, isn't it? Might have been quicker to run back the other direction. I forgot we were actually going across the boundary there for the cooling towers. We were actually nearer the northern one. The western one. Right, while that's happening, I'm going to draw the blinds, turn the outside lights on, etc. Grab a drink. Back in a minute.
Raptura's eruption has started. Prepare for impact. StarRupture has started. Extreme temperature detected.
I'm back. That's so epic, you know. I do love this feature of the game. Gives you a reason to get up and have a stretch break built into the gameplay. I mean, how cool is that? That's a pretty good concept. Make sure you get up and move around. We're good.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
It's very Tron-like, isn't it? And that's really good. Really good. That is really... Where's the F1? Come on, don't lag spike on me now. It is, it's still an autosave. Get off! Get off! Ah, you swine. I wanted a red one there of anyway, that might end up being a screenshot. Right, anyway, good. Right. There. There. I don't quite know how we're going to deal with that. Other than clearly there's a thing there. How these foundation objects interact with rocks needs some work. I think that a 2 might fit on there. It doesn't. It's too high. Right. Well, it's a one of those with a rock in it. That's exactly what it is. No. It's colliding with something. It's colliding with muggins. You know, I don't know who would have the... Maybe it's me. Who would have the patience to try and feed 5 separate materials into the back of one of these? And why you would bother, right? Because throughput is not an issue with these machines. It genuinely isn't. You only do 5 inputs if you've got, like, I need to get maximum throughput into one of these. Like, yeah, alright, mate. It's hard enough to feed like 1 object into them, let alone 5. So, yeah, no. Okay, there we go. I mean, this might end up being... Yeah, that's a suspension. Yeah, a couple. Okay, got there. And then no. So those can be platform. That is a concern. It's this overwrite. Because you're doubling up objects. No need, don't do it. You're not going to get any ignition or anything falling here now. There's just too much construction. Exciting. But look at this. That's wow. That's on. It's on. Okay, what's this scanner? Let's go and do scanner. They should actually be up. If we were going to do this properly. That's the whole point. This is the point of the building system. Is it allows you to hide the terrain. Anyway, let's do this one, which is scanner. Did we have laser emitter or something like that? We did. So we cull that one. Yeah. Laser emitter. So laser emitter, cull the machine, and then scanner. Okay. Laser emitter, you're gone. We reduced the overheat effects in this area. So I want to be careful about overplacing foundations, because they will just overlap.
Great.
Take that, take that. I bet some of these are much less efficient recipes. Just got a gut feeling. And that they might be a bait. Because there's something satisfactory like that. But it wouldn't make you do all that work to get to construct a V2 and then not give you something good. I mean, it could do. I'd be surprised. It's a good screening. Right, you can have that. We need Ubers and we need pseudo rubber. Scanners. And then, what's our last thing? Superconductor. Nothing is demanding these. Where were they? I think they were in the next row. Yep. So, interesting. Takes 2 of those magnets. Oh, have we got some coming in? Didn't we delete something down here? Massive gap here now. I mean, you could. And we might still do it. You might end up putting some in here. Although these are how many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're 7 spaces wide. The compounder V2, constructorizer V2. So it's not as if they're a one-to-one swap. Okay. Needs aerogel. Then needs aerogel and heat shields, right?
StarRupture status stable. Arcadia status stable.
It's going to start to draw on all sorts of lines. Put this one in here, then, don't we? I want to move these down. Yeah. Alright, Gothite. Gothite, I think there's even a space down here. Gothite could even come in here now. Because the others are additionals, and they'll be moved out to other production lines. I mean, it is, look, it's only one, and it can be moved down here. And in fact, yeah. Let me not do that. I'll just set it up.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Right, let us switch that off.
I can use this.
Take all that. Turn this off. Darn. Meant to do this first. Now we can turn that on. Then we can put this, link this up. Yeah, I'm going to kill that off. Yeah, we'll have to see how this pans out. This is a move. This seems to be... I'm tempted to put another valve in. I think that's not so safe. I am almost tempted to put another valve in, and then because we can see the valve is, I think you'll find is not coping. What do these need? Oh, they need the onboard instruments. Yeah, so we've got valves here tapped out. 1 every 10 seconds. So we need a site for valves. That is our next one on the list. Pumps use a valve. Okay. The pumps seem to be okay, but valves are actually suffering. So they're the next one to be migrated out. Valve. Valve. Very tempted, and then what I'll do is move this one down. So we're going to cull one off the end, but we're going to just move this one down. It's a busy bee. There'll be some objects coming in.
I think I can use this.
Typical. We'll get this one going. This one doesn't have any valves. The valves are probably they're not being made fast enough. Won't do that yet if that's got a valve recipe in it. No, it doesn't. That's good, that's gone. Take some of this out. Okay. We're going to need to build something similar, but we don't need to build this, is the point. It doesn't need to be this high. And the reason it was this high was to facilitate the mega presses. But the mega presses are going to reduce over time anyway. Don't need this stepped up. Might keep this step in it. See how we go along there. It is going to step up a bit more sympathetic to the terrain. Right, we're going to see how we go when we introduce another valve. As I can see, there's quite a lot of busy down there. Okay. We have the facility to bring this in. Ooh. We don't need two. So we'll take the one. Nice. Okay, come on, stop lagging. Can't be on the edge of my build distance. Wrong way. Ooh, something wants those. That's kicking in. But needs these electromagnets. Well, we'll see how that goes. That's quite a ferocious production line. Uh-oh. We did it. Okay. We created a problem for ourselves. Right, that doesn't fix it. That was jammed up before we even got there, right? So we're going to need to do a little bit of a go on jiggery until we've resolved this. God damn, I should have front loaded. Yes, 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 yes. No. 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 Where's the screenshot? Right, taking from that line doesn't help. Taking from this line does. Taking from that line doesn't help. Might be flowing, and if we're flowing, I think we are. I will go and put these back down the other end. Yeah, back channeling is fraught. danger. Go on, you do that. You do that. There we go. Oh, I got an attack, didn't I?
I'm hungry.
Uh-oh. I got hit at one point in the base, and none of these counters went down, so it doesn't make any sense. Right, you. Sure, when I go down here again, it's blocked. But I'm just going to keep doing this. And it will eventually resolve itself. Okay. Stuck again. This junction, huh? Oh no, it's jamming further down now. What are you jamming for here? Is that an autosave? Yeah. Fast forward. you're jammed back there. You're unjamming. You're not your. Oh. Okay. No. Go on, continue. Okay, we look as if cleared. Goody gumdrops. We've not used basic building materials since update 1. Salvaging items has given us enough building materials to be able to build everything. We might want to consider moving intermediate building materials back. Now there's free space up here and they don't need to be all the way down there. It's the sort of thing that we come out of the base and we want to grab hold of. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. We're under attack.
Warning. Monolith activity detected.
Wow. Yeah, that's better.
Warning. Increased activity of nearby monoliths.
Auto save. Where are you going? Where are you going? Did you see that?
Warning. Monolith activity detected.
That was a product building that wall out. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. That was a bad idea. Oh God. Did you see what that did to their AI, their routing? They went round.
No more vermin.
That was insane.
Warning. Increased activity of nearby monolith.
You want to be very careful about walling them in. Here they come. This lot have got an idea in their head. Look. That was a very good job. I had the guns down here.
Rupture activity.
Oh no!
I recommend finding a safe place. Area clear. The base
Right.
is being protected.
Brilliant. Let's grab these. Because they're the most important, really. I mean, if we had time to pick these up, it'd be all good, but I don't think we do. So let's just grab all this lot and then get in. Oh, the greed! The greed! Yeah, let's get out. Because that is looking very sunny. Okay. Not great, we've got about half what we normally would.
Let's
10,000 of those.
Data collected.
All good. There we go, and there's our wave. It looks like I only used 100 bullets. That can be the case, can it? Okay. Backing them out.
Raptura's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
Groovy. Oh, BRB.
Planetary temperature within acceptable parameters.
Right, so it's just the factory recipes to do now. Converter. Dome, which requires the RTSC. Airlocks. Converter. Scaffolding. Ion bomb. Tracking device, I mean, God almighty. We only got some of these RTSC generator. Very much top end these are. We know RTSC, we know scaffolding. Let's go and have a look. We know we need some of these.
That's just what I need.
Scaffolding. Take all. Don't know about those. Or those. Or those. These aren't being held down, are they? No, they're not. But they're not being supplied either. And the reason for that is we're not outputting them, right? So we're just storing them at the moment. Okay, so let's, when we fulfill the requirements for those particular items, then we can connect them to the network. Done. So scaffolding can be connected to the network. Not done. Yeah. Scaffolding can be connected to the network. Got a load of that. Ah! We're getting very close now to completing all the recipes. so we worked out that scaffolding can be connected to the network now, so let's do that. It looks like we're holding down some factorizer recipes as well, because these aren't connected. That wasn't intended. Now, of course, the issue is, what does this cause the demand on the network? Yeah, I'm not sure how safe it is to release some of these items onto the network yet, because we've still got items to fulfill, or recipes to fulfill. Right, and we can't make RTSCs until we release anti-radiation covers onto the network, and we're not going to do that yet because we still need to make some of these for some of the recipes.
The Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
And I think now we're on somewhat on the home stretch. Although some of these items are going to take probably quite a long while to make with one machine. Dehydrated, I heard it. There we go, we have our infrastructure. cyclotron. And tracking device. Oh no, I hope that's everything. Alright, so these are gated behind reinforced housings, and so is a lot of other materials as well. We're a long way off being able to produce those in any sort of volume. Or are we? Because if they're not complicated... okay. It's the wolf from steel. That's really the problem there. But they are a candidate for expansion. But so is electromagnetic coil. Which is far more complex. And especially valve. I do think valve should be next on the list. And the reason for that is we've got 1, 2, 3 machines making those, and it can't keep up. That absolutely should be a factory. So they're next. This lot, despite their hugeness and their complications, are basically doing nothing. So almost the constructorizer version 2 is a bit of a debate, but that may not be the case when we open up the factory lines. That's a beast, isn't it? That is an absolute beast. I'm wondering what we can possibly do with this lot. We could start to consolidate up. That might free some space in which we can move some machines down. So by consolidating up, we can free up enough space to move one of the larger machines down here. One or more. And similarly, now we've freed up some of the assemblers, we can actually shuffle the assemblers up. There are enough slots to move these up the line away from the edge, and then we can... I don't think we need to reinstate the guns particularly, but we might decide that we want to. For instance, we can move this back over. I think this is an auto-save. Yep. So we can down this. Plastic dust. I'll move up. These, you used to be able to place these on a 4x4, but it would crash the game. So if I Z'd that... Oh, look at the size of that! That's ridiculous. It should go to 4, but not to 6. That is one every... No, that's ridiculous. I need a screenshot for that. That's ridiculous. It should go 3 to 4, but not to 6. Unless you were creating a space that would be usable by compounders and assemblers, but to be honest, total waste time. Plastic dust. Plastic dust. Hold it down. Take the materials.
See.
Take them all. Put all that in. There we go. Beauty of the sushi network is we don't really care where anything is located. So, consolidate up. We can even move this. Hold this down. Explosive charge. Let's take that out. And oil filament as well. Explosive charge. You. There's going to be nothing coming there. And similarly, we can move this. Let's record it. And this is interesting, right? Because this actually wants ceramic powder. And it's coming down that line anyway. Fine. Doesn't come down the outside line. What is the item? Uber filament. And we can take the items from that line. You're on Uberfilm already. Check you. All good, and then join you up, right? And now we're all good, we're all consolidated. Consolidated on the assemblers. This line was originally the edge of the build. You could almost take the view and you're going to go, okay, I'm going to consolidate up again. Then force these onto the outside. And edge everything over. And then that will push everything out to the outside lines. This has been a very productive session. Look at that go. Is that in line? Yeah, it is. If we move that over there, we can bring some of these machines down. But I don't want to do that because I guarantee you the next update everything will change again. But this is what Factory Games is about. Are about. Just watching things move. Let's see one of the constructorizer V2s on the go over there. Okay, they're starting to kick in now. Let us check our scaffolding, because that's our next unlock completion. If we have 100, oops, and we do, then I think we need more than 100. But once we've got through that, we can then link it up to the main network. Oh, 100 more. So near. And the other thing we've got to do, obviously, is complete all the corporations, right? So it's not like we've completed all the corporations. We need to get those running, but we need to make sure we've got all the unlocks first. We're not desperate for anything the corporations give us now. I think all that's available is quartz crystal. I mean, this this base is pretty much tapped out. Doesn't have a great deal of space left. I think that's an autosave. I think moving the game to an SSD has made a slight difference, but you can still see not a great deal. I do wonder whether or not it would help with the lag spikes as you're moving around when we were running around doing the combat, as in the last session. Okay. That's in place. Yeah. We want to will you into existence. Oh, we could. Oh, here's the answer, isn't it? E. Hi. It's as simple as that. This will now take priority for all the items. Alright, here's an opportunity. This is the efficiency song, right? So if I get down here, F1, F1, Z, get up, and then we can do a few minutes of factory. In fact, not a great angle. What a brilliant song and an opportunity to watch the factory working. And I just realised I'm on right screen capture rather than on application. So I up my volume on my headphones and it came up on screen. Oh, but there you go. That's what it is. Right. How are we looking? We're looking busy. We've got plenty of busy. We've prioritised scaffolding. So we need that to finish. And that's a little way away. But I think we only needed 100, right? So this is now, look. We only needed 100. And we're now at, we're building up a backlog of materials, which is good. One every 10 seconds. I mean, what? 48 times 10. Done with being right on the right screen again. Right screen. Calculator. 48 times 10, 480 divided by 60. It's 8 minutes. 8 minutes, in fact less than that, 45 now, so less than 8 minutes we'll have our 100 for that. Let's get out. To main screen, and then that will be that done. Then we can release those onto the network, and then we can look at RTSC, which I think is the next high priority item. Yeah, RTSC is a like 300 there. Some of these are horrendous, right? But there's, I see 2 lots, 700. We need 100 there for those, and then we're done. We're good. These are quite high demand items, the rest of these. But I think we should focus on RTSC next. So we do the scaffolding, because that gives us converter, and in fact converter we've not even got a machine for. And converter is one of the... yeah. We don't have a machine for it. Boo, we don't have a machine for it. Do we have space for a machine for it? Yes, we do. Okay, I think the space is going to be okay. We probably want to start linking these up. Not that we're actually going to use them, but yet, but we're going to, when we do want to release them, we can, without any additional build. We didn't do a loop back, did we, up here? And I think that's something we probably should look at. Move that over. To give us 2. Okay, we have a framework in place. Literally. Very close. Back in a moment. Let's keep an eye on that. We want that to go to 100.
I'm detecting increased Ruptura activity. Prepare for a wave.
Very close. Oh dear. That's a rupture. I don't know what sort of infrastructure you'd need to build to, like literally do like, I don't know, like one per second or whatever you, or 1 per minute of the top end items. They're so heavily scaled.
Ruptura's eruption has started. Prepare for impact. StarRupture has started. Extreme temperature detected.
Some of those might be useful as a screenshot. Thumbnail. We'll see. Oh, I definitely wanted to do like a Tron type screenshot of those constructorizer V2s. Where they're all like red and grey. That was quite cool.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Right, let's go and get that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, they've all gone yellow already. Okay, well, this is what it is. There we go. Wow, they went from red to yellow very quickly, didn't they? Takes some cooling out. Right. What were we looking for? We were looking for the scaffolding, which we knew was very close, so that may be near completion. We got it.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's hand that in. Then I think we can release that onto the network and enable RTSC. Yes. I think RTSC is next. That gives us converter. We're going to need to build a new machine for that. I think any of these that aren't connected should be. Or that are held down. There's nothing requires, I tell you what, no. There's nothing requires synthetic DNA. Is there anything that requires cyclotron? Hang on, is this on? I think that's the way to look at it. We know we're going to need another device here, right? We don't have the recipe for it yet. But yes, we're going to need... What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. Well, that's 1. Alright, we can use that space down by the assemblers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they're the same sort of size, but they're 4 wide. So that will be the use for that. On that basis, yeah, that works. Right, starts to look like a factory. does mean we've got to build some infrastructure up the front. Wow, it never ends, does it? Okay, what are you? Airlock. Actually, I think... Yeah, I think they're actually a thing. So we should take those. Not you. Oh, right. Yeah. Right, so you can't produce because you don't have anti-radiation covers. Now we're going to link up anti-radiation covers into the network. We've already done. Why are you lagging so badly? We've already done. Oh, we're over the overheat. My God, we need to sort the overheat out again. Wow. We're not a great deal over it. We can use that for a Tron screenshot. There are solutions to this. We put the smaller base core amplifiers in these slots. They're 20 each, but they will meet that demand. But I don't think that's a solution. I think we should probably put another couple of large base core amplifiers in somewhere. Well, in fact, look, this is a no-brainer. We know we're going to have nothing beyond this point, so you may as well. Yeah, mischief managed. And that is how you get a level 1 core to 14,000. Right. Well, we've got cyclotron, we've got that, we've got them lined up. What we haven't got is any sort of production going into them yet. Yeah, that about works, you know. Wow. That's one hell of a factory. I'm very pleased with that. And we can use this design. Not quite on that. Right. Put some stairs. we've built this factory into an entire hillside. That is astonishing. That is how it's supposed to be. That's what they had in mind. It's not about flat platforms. They had it in mind that you would build this sort of stepped idea. 100%. It's all geared to that. And you put little walkways across your little chasms, etc.
Raptura status stable. Arcadia status
Thank you, Kia.
stable.
Right, I don't want to switch these on yet, although... yeah, I don't want to switch these on yet. Although we've got priority on some of the others, right? So we actually can. But we should do it one at a time and then wait for them to fill up, because some of these take like 500 items. There we go, it filled up. Can't get the reinforced housing because those are demanded elsewhere. Similarly for this, right? We can do that now. I think tracking device we can actually release. You just need to make sure it's not on high. Yeah. Right? Medium.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Then we can join this onto the network. Put it back down to medium with everybody else. Go onto the network. There's no demand for it. But as soon as we put this on, they're going to start flowing. Definitely want to be, that's an autosave, definitely want to be controlling what you want to prioritise with the drone demand. Yeah, autosave. That's that not filled as much as it can be. Calories is low. What's missing? So we know we need these. Carbon scanner we're not even producing. Calories low. Use. Or is this probably carb? No. You got carbon scanner unlocked. Or it's not connected. Don't know which one it is. Not here. Is it a constructorizer recipe? Carbon scanner. Carbon sonar. I think that's up here. No. Oh. Is it something we're not even making? We need a machine for. It is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh. We don't even have a machine set up for it. So, the question is, what do we do? Do we move this? And I think we probably do. Right, take this down. Move this over here. Not enough resources. And get some.
Great.
Right. We move that to there. We switch this off deliberately, and the reason we switched it off is because we want to get another one of those machines in there. So it's sort of in line, so it's sort of in beds. Yeah. It's struggling, isn't it? Just make sure. Come on. That's 6. I think these are smaller actually. They're 4. That's fine. We'll center it. Just want to make sure carbon sonar or whatever it is not a constructorizer V2. No. Mm-hmm. Stop lagging, come on. Let's see what havoc that wreaks. A lot. Hang on. It's a mistake. Right, and we were doing epoxy. Yeah. Come on. Get with the program. Yeah, I want to be really careful about that overbuild. So I reckon it's just duplicating items. This is a potential opportunity to move this back to. Right. That was linked up. We definitely want a 1x2 foundation cross piece so you can get that in the centre of 2 foundations. Come on. And this is epoxy. I got airlocks. I got accumulators. Where have we got accumulators from? I have to shove these in the storage at the end. And not that. Facturer. Oh wow, okay, so a long way away from that. We've only really just started these. Get plenty of that going. This is constrained by... This is constrained by... What is it constrained by, actually? Oh, it's constrained by output. There we go. And you need to be a 3. Purely that. There we go. Very good. Much better. Alright. You're doing nothing. But that's unsurprising because you need 3 of those. And we need those elsewhere, I'm sure. And we don't have 100 of these yet. We Ooh. We need 100. I think we need more than 100 airlocks, but the point is that it's gated by tanks, and tanks are gated by valves, I think. And in the meantime, RTSCs are coming up.
Huh. Nice.
Nice. Agree. What was this machine? Is this set? Yes. Yeah. Our first 300 against converters. First 100 against converters. We need 200 more airlocks. Then this needs converters, so we're not going to get that for a while. This needs, everything. We'll probably head for that next. I think we've got this lined up. Yes, we do. We do have cyclotrons lined up. So maybe they are manufacturing. They're constrained by reinforced housings. Okay, that's fine. We just let things catch up. This, I think at 100. We need another 100. It's going to take a while. Yeah, we're not gonna get those anytime soon. Interesting to see what these do in tracking devices. They may be theoretically usable. Hang on, I think they're Chura items. Yeah, they are. Oh, they require carbon sonars, and we've just set up the machine for those. And they are gated behind. Onboard instruments. We need onboard instruments for something else. And that something is on high, I'm sure it is. Yep. Oh. Explosive charges, and we're on high. Ooh. Then we need to check out explosive charges and see what's going on there. Yeah. Reinforced housings. So reinforced housings are needed somewhere. They're needed for this. So they're very much a bottleneck at this point in time. I don't want to start doing it now because this has been quite a good session. But I think the next session will be building out valves in a new factory. Because they're not keeping up. And then moving the act of moving valves out to a 4 rather. It's still three machines. We're going to move it out to a 4. Will increase the production of valves, which will in turn increase the production of things upstream that require them. And it ain't those. But it'll all kick in. The fact we have 3 valve production lines running simultaneously and they are not able to keep up is a cause for concern. And we will eventually get around to this reinforced housing. So after valves will be pumps. So I think we got 1 there, 2, 3 pumps running, so they definitely need to be expanded out. Or we could go straight for reinforced housings. But I don't think that's necessarily a good idea because of this, because of Wolfram steel ingots. What are you doing? I just saw something go left. Oh, because it was going in here, that's why. Yeah, okay. Fine. Give that a minute. This is now just a graph of time against effort, and at some point they're going to cross over. So the longer time we wait, and the less effort we put in, it's going to take more time, but they will eventually cross over. If we put in more effort, then that time is shortened. So yeah, it's a pretty simple graph now. This is just a case of increasing back-end or downstream production, and by doing so we will shorten the time that it takes to get there. Yeah. It's the item we were looking for. Those, not those, not that. It's this. And I don't think we're there. Nowhere near. I think that's the next one. And this is also next. So that's not bad, actually. This doesn't seem to be constrained. It was the right thing to hold this down to stop it from consuming all the anti-radiation covers. We can get 100 there, but I think we need quite a lot. It's not like we need quite a lot of those. Yeah, we're not going to get that until we've got onboard instruments coming out of areas. That's going to be one of the last ones, I think. So I think that might be a good point to wrap. on the basis that I don't think we're going to get any further progress in this session unless we go exploring. And not exploring, but we've got a couple of sites that we can use to build out a new factory. But that is an activity in itself, and I think we should save that for the next video, the next session. That's caught up, which is really good considering how poor a state it was in. This is not caught up. But the valves are okay. Although, are they? Yeah, not quite. Plastic dust is okay-ish. This is not okay. That's based on housings. This is not okay based on epoxy. Is this prioritized? It's not, is it? I'm not sure what we prioritise there. I think we might do. Because onboard instruments were required by a couple of things. But also required by that. Don't know. We'll see. Let's head back up to the main base. This is all running. I know we had a little jam earlier. I don't mean like a guitar jam, traffic jam. But we dealt with it, and it unlocked. I think the base is pretty good. So, nothing to unload. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Please click the like button if you if you made it this far. Please click the like button. Yeah, I really enjoying the game. I think we're very much on the home stretch. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.